The Queen's on her way here now. Is she mad? 40. Ooh, let's make this quick then. Thank you everybody, and welcome to a brand new season here at Queen of the South. It is of course my fourth at this great club, and it's going to be our first in Europe as well, which I'm very excited about getting started with. Now, do we have any questions from the press? Yeah. Wally McGlue, Scottish reporter. Now, you signed your wee lad McGrath for a club record fee. Is he gonna be your key player? Ah, nice jacket there, Willie. Looking good. Look, McGrath he's obviously going to be an important player. The hope is that he will supply the lot of chances for Omar and for Lutzi to finish. But, you know, we signed a lot of good players this summer as well. So it's not just, we're not just a one-man team of McGrath and 10 others. We're expecting big things from all our signings. Yeah, can ye challenge ye Glasgow clubs this season? Look, mate, I'm pretty sure you guys in the press have predicted us to go down, haven't you? So, no, honestly, I can't see us getting close to the old firm again this season. But, you know, if we can be competitive in Europe, maybe stay into Europe after Christmas, you know, and hold on to third in the league in the process, then in my books, that's going to be a big success. What's that? She's in the building. All right, sorry, guys, I'm going to have to run. The Queen's on the prowl. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South on the Impossible Dream as we look to win the Champions League using our Scottish team here. And, well, it is, as I say, a new season, episode 1 of season 4. And today it is going to be Dundee United and Hibs as we get that season underway. Now, as ever, let's start the new season by having a look at exactly where we stand as a club. I'm still only favoured personnel. Shakir Omar is also favoured personnel. And Ali Roy, who is still to find a new club, is also there as favoured personnel. In general terms, we're a professional 3-star reputation club. I am the manager. Alex Iacovitti will be captain again this season. Colby Bishop, will be vice-captain again this season. Shakir Omar, unsurprisingly, is our key player. The hot prospect is young striker Chris Clockerty. We might even see him in the first team this season. I'm very excited about this guy as a target man. Still only 15 and heading of 16. Jumping reach and strength is right up there as well. He could be a star of the future. He could be a star of this season, never mind the future. He is just looking to be that good. The chairman is enjoying life at the club. There is still persisting rumours that there is a takeover bid coming in, but he's insisting there's not, so he's happy, so I guess we're happy. Now, in terms of the facilities, we still have not touched the stadium. We haven't touched training facilities as of yet, though that's something that I think, especially if we do well in Europe this season, then we'll look to do that. We have, however, increased junior coaching and recruitment, so good junior academy coaching and average youth recruitment, and again, we'll always continue to upgrade those so they're as good as they can be, because that is... well, it's huge if we can produce our own stars, not have to worry about buying them in. That's gonna help us, isn't it? Now, in terms of finances, we are still open in the window, of course, so that's we can still spend money. We have just under 900,000 in the transfer budget, and just about more like $4,000 a week we can spend on wages. So. It's probably one really good player we could still get in if we need to. Now, in terms of dynamics, looking at the squad now, we have made a few signings. If you missed last episode's summer transfer special, maybe go back, give it a quick watch. Just not super long, and you'll get you right up to date. But it has taken a toll on the team cohesion. Managerial support and the atmosphere in the dressing room is not too bad at all. I've upset Harry Cochrane by trying to sell him. Basically, but hopefully he'll come back around. The hierarchy, we do have limited support, to be honest, considering how far we've taken the club so far, but Iacovitti and Eastwood are the team leaders. Hopefully vice captain Bishop will push himself up in there. Not great that Cochrane's highly influential and I've pissed him off, but there we go. Goss there as well, and you can see everybody else that has come in. And the social groups, considering again how many signings we've made, that's not bad. We've got a really strong core group, and hopefully everybody else will just kind of associate themselves into that core group sooner rather than later. Now, in terms of our expectations this season, we are expected to avoid relegation in the Premiership. we better be doing better than that. I want third again. That's what I'm aiming for. Europa League, we need to be competitive. We will have the playoff round, which we'll start that on my birthday. Look at that, August 22nd. We might even get a draw for that this episode. Time will tell. But one thing we do know is that even if we lose that playoff, we'll be in the group stage of the Europa Conference League. So that's going to be exciting. Betfred Cup, we have. We're supposed to be competitive. We've got our next round against Kilmarnock. Going to use that as much as possible to try and give some of the youngsters and fringe players some game time. And the Scottish Cup, we're supposed to reach the 5th round. We, of course, made it all the way to the final last season before losing to Celtic so narrowly, so heartbreakingly. If you have a look at the season preview in the Premiership, where are we? There we are there. 10th is where we're predicted to finish. We do have Europa League football, which is maybe going to hamper us a little bit, but I'm hoping we've strengthened enough that we'll be able to get by with that. The new team promoted is Motherwell, and as you can see, they're expected to be safe. Livingston and Ross County, who were terrible the second half of last season, are the two in danger of relegation, according to the press. The team of the season, as expected, it is a Rangers Celtic Select 11. In terms of key players, look at that. Shakir Omar is right up the top there. And if we look down the list of everybody else that is considered to be a key player for their teams, and our second one is Jamie McGrath, the new record transfer signing. And I do think we might see some big, or I'm hoping anyway, we'll see some big things from him. So that is pretty much everything caught up on. I showed you pre-season last episode, but it's gone okay. I'm never too concerned about results, but we've got big wins against PSV, against Rangers, against Celtic and Feyenoord as well, all away from home. So you don't want to rest too much onto friendlies, because the other teams are probably likely just like us, and they were just sort of putting out 11 players trying to get them fit. But that is promising form. So let's have a look at what we're doing here. Opening game of the season, away to Dundee United. And this is the team that we are sending out. We're expecting, however much you can expect something first day, but a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. And this is the team that we're sending out. So it's going to be Eastwood in goal. He is the first choice goalkeeper at the club still. Max Melbourne will make his debut playing as a left wing back. It'll be Iakoviti, club captain, playing in the heart of defence, alongside another debutant in Deshaun Bernard, and it will be Bradley. First game as a as a sort of a permanent member of the squad for him as a right wing back. It'll be Reece Lyon playing in midfield next to another of the debutants in Jacob Davenport. Really high hopes for him this season. And Sean Goss, of course, will continue in midfield. Another debutant is going to be Jamie McGrath as the Ongonch. Hopefully he's going to run the show in there for us, and it will be Shakir Omar and it will be Lutzi, the two stars from last season up top, and a full season of them could take us anywhere. In terms of the bench, it's backup goalkeeper Ross Doohan. It's another potential debutant in Joe Lewis. We also have another potential debutant in Sam McCallum on the bench. Cochrane is on the bench, as is Tyler Morton, who's back for another season on loan. McAllister, maybe harshly treated, he's on the bench, as is vice captain Colby Bishop as well. So everything is set up here. Let's see if we can get off to a good start. All right, so we can see the team sheet there. I don't recognise particularly star signing for him. Chris Mockery, I think we've had a look at him. Maybe someone we could try to bring in. The problem with, what do you say, go out there and impress? I think just go out there and enjoy yourselves. There's quite a few debutants in the team, a couple more on the bench. So let's just enjoy it and hopefully get off to a good start. So here we go. It's always nervy, isn't it? First day of the season. I feel like we've done a decent job getting ourselves prepared, but it can all go wrong very quickly, kind of once the actual games start competitively. We'll give them an encourage there as we pretend to go to a highlight and then sort of fake ourselves out. But yeah, let me know how you think we'll get on this season in the comments. Like I've said a couple of times, I think if we can get third, I'll be absolutely delighted. And if we can stay in Europe, potentially till after Christmas, then that would be superb as well. But we haven't seen too much. We do have a highlight now. Bernard and Davenport, two of the debutants, to a third debutant in McGrath. Shakir Omar turns, goes. Can Shakir Omar start the season off with a goal? It would have been a wonder strike. But it has gone just over the top. But there's not too much going on here, is there? Let's try and exploit the flanks, and let's maybe take it off past ball into space. I always find it difficult first game of the season just because you don't know exactly. You get your scouting report, but they're basically scouting friendlies, and you don't really know what's been going on in those. So, yeah. All right, I wonder if we lower the tempo. You know what? We are... should probably be more disciplined first game. We are lacking a little bit of composure. Not composure, what's it called? Cohesion. Aberdeen, 2-1 up over Rangers. So we might get off to a bit of a slow start because of that. Davenport with a sneaky little back flick, but it was picked off by the Dundee United defence. And, well, what's going to happen from here? Max Melbourne caught out a little bit. Can he stop the cross coming in now? He's done well. He's done very well. Goss has it. Gets it forward, looking for Lutzi. Is it? No, Omar's there, but Dundee United win it back. And a little bit of pressure on us here. Can we hold out? Oh, it's a good strike, and it's 1-0 to Dundee United. Oh, it's not the start we wanted. It's a debut goal for, I'm assuming, their new striker. And, well, the two defenders are just, look at the gap between them there. That is, well, it's not what you need, is it? And just before half-time, we find ourselves a goal down, which is a little bit below ideal. I'm going to say unlucky. I don't think we were necessarily bad in that half. We're probably a little bit unlucky to be behind. It could... There wasn't much in it, really. Well, I mean, it was a bit of a boring first half. There wasn't much going on. All right, so let's try actually exploit the flanks, look for overlaps. Exploit the middle, sorry, look for overlaps. The middle is where we have a lot of our key players. So we'll try that and see if we can get the overlapping runs of our two wing-backs getting forward. And we've got an early highlight, which is promising. Lutzi's got a little bit of space. He has a go from distance, but their goalkeeper is equal to it. And we'll go and have a corner, and let's see if we can get one of the big centre-backs on the end of this. McGrath goes towards the back post. It's down, but it's away. It's picked up by Davenport, and that will end the highlight. But a promising start to this second half for us. Here we go again. Melbourne with a throw. Lutzi with a flick on. McGrath has it. What can he do? Wide for Melbourne on the overlapping run. Omar's in the middle. It's away, though. Lyon has it. Lyon goes back to Bernard, keeping possession, which is fine by me. Lyon to Davenport. Bernard. I think there's a few promising signs here, isn't there? But we just... I mean, the defending on that goal was... from the two centre-backs was pretty woeful. Omar, there's a nice ball for McGrath. Wide to Bradley. Can he whip in a nice low cross for someone to get on the end of? It's Lyon. It's Bradley again. Bradley, there it is. It's terrible. Goss picks it up. McGrath's got a little bit of space in the box. Melbourne has it though now. Can he get the cross in? He tries. He does. It's away though. Goss will win it again. McGrath. McGrath! Oh. It was a good little spell of pressure, but in the end, the shot goes over the top. But again, promising signs. What's happened here? Bradley's got an injury. McCallum is left-footed. Ideally, I don't want him playing. Deshaun Bradley can play as he's right-footed. Maybe he's the better option. What's Bradley done to himself? It's a bruised foot. Never mind, Bradley, you're fine. Just keep encouraging. Lyon is looking nervous. He's okay when we talk to him. Iacoviti. I mean, really, we want at least a point from this game, don't we? Last season, I don't think there was much between most of the teams in the league. That's a good ball for Lutzi. If he's onside, it's a goal. I'm not sure if he's onside. Is it going to be ruled off? It is ruled off. But we've definitely looked better this second half, haven't we? Lower tempo through the middle. To be honest, that's my fault. I should have realised we don't have the team cohesion. We should have just been doing things sensibly, not trying to play like Barcelona of the... Oh, Jesus. It's offside, is it? Well, we've got away with one there. I haven't been very convinced by our two centre-backs here. I've got to say he's a little bit unlucky. He's offside from the initial shot. Arguably, it came off Bernard and he should be okay, but whether Bernard actually played at it, that's going to be the argument, isn't it? Here we go. Another highlight starting with us in possession. Lutzi, Omar, and it is just over. The goal is surely coming here. All right, let's make some changes. Reece Lyon is still not playing well. Let's get Morton on for him. And Omar and Luizzi, neither of them are having a cracking game. Bradley's hampered by his injury. So maybe we do need to make a change. All right, let's get McCallum on. And just do your best out there. It'll be a debut for him. And I'm wondering if it's just not going to be the day for Luizzi and Omar up front. If maybe we want to take one of them off. All right, so we're going to do that, I think. What we might do, Colby Bishop is a good pressing forward. So we'll just give Omar a little bit, just stay up top for us. Bishop can go and press, try and create a chance for us that way. And I wonder if a berating would work. It's fired them up. But it's looking like it's going to be disappointment. Opening game of the season. Let's take it. Let's take off all the instructions and just see if that makes any difference for us whatsoever. We were definitely the better team in the second half. I suspect, I mean, XG actually doesn't really tell a story, does it? Because it says it was an even game. And it is opening day defeat, which is not what we wanted. That goes without saying. We did create a lot of chances. We just couldn't take them. So in a game that didn't have much in it, we fall to a defeat. And I'll put it down to a defensive error, really. But early on in the season, we've already lost ground to the old firm. So it just makes it that little bit more difficult again, doesn't it? Guys, wait right there. We'll be back to face, who's at Hibs. It'll be our first home game of the season. And we really do need to bounce back with a win there. All right, we have our Europa League playoff draw. So let's go and see who it is we are going to get here. The teams that I'm assuming, going to be unseeded since it's our first season in Europe. I would be correct in assuming that. And there's more teams that... Or is it? No, there is no seeded teams. It's just 34 teams to draw. Well, in that case, let's sit back and see what happens. Ideally, we'll get someone that we can beat so we can get into the group stage of the Europa League. That'll give us somewhere to parachute to. But, you know, we'll take who we get because we don't have a choice about it. That would have been a good one to get, wouldn't it? Astana or Dudelange. Here we go. So we're home at first, and it is Antwerp. So a Belgian side, I'm going to say, is maybe not the worst we could have got. There's a couple of big teams that have been drawn out already. But you see, like, New Saints and Sheriff Tiraspol were in the Champions League in real life, weren't they? So maybe it's not the greatest draw. I mean, it doesn't matter really, does it? We'll do our best against whoever we get and hope that that is going to be good enough. But it is a Belgian side coming up, and that'll of course be next episode. So 3.5-star reputation club, they're not going to be unbeatable, are they? So anyway, let's get back to Hibs. All right, let's see if we can win. Second time of asking. Hibs did have a win first time out. That was a 4-1, wow, in the Edinburgh Derby over Hearts. So they're obviously in decent form. Let's have a look at what we're expecting from them. A 5-2-2-1, I suppose you'd call that. And this is a team we're sending out. Now, I didn't want to make wholesale changes, but we have made one or two. So Eastwood in goal. McCallum is going to come in and start this one. Iacoviti, Bernard, and Bradley. I'm still tempted to give Joe Lewis the game. Let's do that instead of place of Bernard. It's going to be Lyon, who I was contemplating getting rid of as well, actually, wasn't I? Or at least taking him out of it. He didn't train well this week. No, where's Cochrane? I know he's unhappy, but let's stick him in. So it'll be Cochrane, Davenport, and Goss in midfield. McGrath in behind, Omar and Lutzi. And let's hope we at least... Well, we weren't that bad, were we? We weren't that bad, but it would be nice to score a goal this time around. So we can see there, I don't recognise too many names, I don't think. I mean, I recognise some names, but no one that has sort of a history with us. I want to be impressed today, going there, put on a show. Let's try and maybe do it for the fans. I don't want to put too much pressure on them early on in the season. So, I mean, we are still expected to be relegated, you know, even though we have higher expectations than that. Sort of the way the game is seeing us as relegation fodder, so, or certainly relegation candidates, if not fodder. One thing I have done is basically tactically we're starting this one how we finished against it's Omar. Let's head it away. How we finished against who did we play? Dundee United. There's a good ball, just couldn't quite find the run of Goss. Iacoviti, McCallum was making a decent run forward. We find him there then. Goss, Lutzi. Can Lutzi thread a pass? He goes back to Davenport. Davenport for Cochrane. Cochrane gets it wide for Omar. Bradley's with him. Bradley's in acres of space. We use him. Can he get a cross in towards Lutzi? Cochrane has it. Cochrane for Davenport. Davenport for McGrath. To Davenport. Back to McGrath. Can we thread a pass in somewhere? Wide for McCallum. He's got a little bit of space to work in. There's the cross. It's towards Omar and Shakir Omar. Oh, is it not gonna... It's season 2 Omar, not as good as season 1 Omar. Come on, come on, come on. Promising start again. It might be... Now, let's not do this to me. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think he's offside. The linesman's got his flag up. Yeah, I mean, we did work. I always, before the first game of the season, of any season with any team, I always do a session on defending free kicks and corners. So we've done that relatively recently, but it's not ideal to see that happening. But we got away with it, as I say. Omar doing his best to track back. And Hibs look like they're having a bit of a spell here right now, don't they? There's a shot, but we'll say Eastwood had that covered. And... yeah, I mean, we do have the option to go to wingers. We can bring McAllister on. We can push Brady forward and then play McPherson. I did put McPherson on the bench for this one, so we have a cover at right back. So we do have options to change. And with them playing with wing backs, it might be something that's worthwhile doing. If we can look for, you know, to get overlaps. The issue with that is that in a 4-4-2, it's difficult to find a place for Jamie McGrath in the side. So that's the downside to playing with the 4-4-2. Let's take it off, pass ball into space, which I think I did against Dundee United too, didn't I? I was thinking there might be a bit of space, you know, in front of the defence if we tried to pass into space, but it's 0-0. It's not been particularly good. Let's go with you're doing well, keep working hard until full time. Well, that seems to have worked. And an inspired Queen of the South will go out for the second half, but it doesn't look the same Queen of the South that ended last season, does it? So it's slightly concerning. Like I say, once the team, what's the word, comes together, I've gone blank on the word, then that will definitely help us. But we've been done in behind. Are we playing a high line? All right, we'll go a little deeper then. And it's... yeah. I mean, the most troubling thing about... nice second attempt there by Eastwood. The most troubling thing about this is if we're going to have a slow start in the league, you know, it might happen. We will hopefully be able to make up for it. You know, the season's a long season. What we aren't going to have or be able to do is get off to a slow start in Europe, because we'll be out of it before we'll be in the group stage, I guess, of the Conference League. But we don't want that. McCallum's picked up an injury. He's got a bruised knee. All right, so we'll go back to Max Melbourne there. Goss has had a slow start. Let's go 4-4-2. All right, so we're going to do something different again. We're going to try this formation. It gets most of the best players on the field. So Lutzi will play as a right winger. I wonder if we could actually just tuck him in and inside forward, and then just get Bradley that much further forward again. I mean, Bradley's strength is attacking. He's not really a defensive winger at all, or wing back, I should say. And that all looks not too bad to me. And yeah, you know, if we're going to lose, let's lose trying to learn something. We're looking anxious and furious, which isn't ideal. And we've got a little bit of thinking to do, and only one game, I think, between now and our European fixture as well. All right, what else can we do here? All right, I think what we might do, we'll take Davenport off for Morton. That's what, one? How many subs have we made? And yeah, let's leave it at that. Can we give it a no pressure, given that we're all looking anxious? This is, yeah, not the start to the season I'd certainly envisioned before we came in to record. I came in to record this, I have to say. Can we somehow manage to rescue a point here? Hibs come away with it. Morton is there. He does win it back. Melbourne launches it forward quickly for Shakir. Omar, can this... Oh, Shakir, where is the goal-scoring form? We've had chances, haven't we? We've had chances, and I think they were chances that last season, McAllister's done well there, last season that we were taking. Melbourne gets forward. He gets the cross in, back post. It's Lutzi. Oh, he's done it. Thank you, Jesus. Fabian Lutzi ties it up in the 93rd minute. It was a long time coming, but finally a goal this season arrives. And are we going to take a point? Are we going to be able to get more? It's a good header from Lutzi. That's what we've come to know and love from him last season. And we'll give them one lasting courage. And I'll just about take 1-1. We're underway for the season. We've got a point. We've been out XG'd there. Maybe I've made too many. Maybe I've tried to get too many of the new signings all in at once, and that has come back to haunt us. It was one of those days, and we'll move on. So there we go. 2 games in, 1 point. We'll need to improve that ratio as we go. But that's one of those draws that feels a little bit like a win, doesn't it? So McCallum it's not too bad. It's just a bruised knee. Lewis has made his debut. Didn't notice him, so he's not done too badly there then. And guys, that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time. We have Royal Antwerp in the Europa League, and we'll come back for those 2 games. The League Cup against Kilmarnock, I'm not that concerned about it, but it does take up a little bit more importance now. Maybe I use that just to get all the new signings, as many of them in the team as possible, and try and get them used to the way we play. And then, well, it's going to be our first European adventure in the series. I think the club has played 1 European tie before, which it lost. But I'll see you for that one, guys. Yeah, if you have any thoughts on where we need to strengthen, the window will still be opened, of course, for next episode, but we'll be running it down. Hopefully, well, not. I don't know if we will have another signing or not. I've got a lot to think about, though. That didn't go to plan. Take care.